Hello and welcome back. In this video we will work with changing mixed numbers to improper fractions. We're going to go the other way around now. In our past video we went from improper fractions to mixed numbers. Now let's go from mixed numbers back to improper fractions. Our rule is to multiply the denominator by the whole number and then add the result to the numerator. We'll put the sum on top of the original number. Let's take a look at number 1. Multiply the denominator by the whole number. 7 times 6. Seven times 6 is 42. Let's write this over to the side. 42. Now we must add the result to the numerator. 42 plus 3. We will put this sum on top of the original denominator. 42 plus 3 is 45. 45 sevenths. We will keep the original denominator. 6 and 3 sevenths as a mixed number can be rewritten as an improper fraction. 45 sevenths. Let's try the same with number 2. First, we will multiply the denominator by the whole number. 9 times 2 is 18. Now we can add the result to the numerator and place that sum on top of the original denominator. 18 plus 5 is 23. We'll keep the original denominator of 9. 2 and 5 ninths can be rewritten as 23 ninths. Here we go from mixed number to improper fraction. Let's try one more. Number 3, here we can multiply the denominator by the whole number. 3 times 23 is 69. Now we can add the result to the numerator. 69 plus 2 is 71. And let's keep the original denominator, 3. 23 and 2/3 can be rewritten as an improper fraction, 71 thirds. Now let's look at adding and subtracting fractions. When fractions have common denominators or the same denominator, we simply subtract or add the numerators and keep the denominators. For example, 5 minus 1. 5 sevenths minus 1 seventh. 5 minus 1 is 4. We keep the 7. 5 sevenths minus 1 seventh is 4 sevenths. Now let's add 5 sevenths plus 1 seventh. 5 plus 1 is 6. Let's keep the original denominator, 7. 5 sevenths plus 1 seventh is 6 sevenths. Now what if we have unlike denominators or different denominators? Here we can use the bow tie method, where we will multiply b times c and write our answer here. Multiply d times a and write our answer here. Then we can add our numerators and multiply b times d to get our denominator. Let's look at the steps. Step 1, multiply diagonally going up. B times c, write that product next to c. Then d times a, we'll write the product next to a. Step 2, multiply straight across the bottom, b times d. We will write this product as our denominator. Now we can add the numbers written next to a and c. We will write the sum as the numerator in the answer. The same holds true for subtraction. Let's try. We'll try number 1 here. First we can multiply b times c and then write this answer next to c. b times c is 16. Now let's multiply d times a. d times a. 3 times 3 is 9. Now this is addition, so we can add 9 plus 16. This will be 25. And let's multiply our denominators, b times d. 8 times 3 is 24. 3/8 plus 2/3 is 25 over 24. 25 24ths. This is an improper fraction, so let's rewrite this as a mixed number. 25 divided by 24. 24 will go into 25 one time. 25 minus 24 is 1. Our remainder is 1. 1 will become our numerator. We keep the original denominator of 24. 25 24ths can be rewritten as a mixed number, 1 and 1 24th. Both are correct. Now let's try it again with number 2. Number 2, 1/3 plus 3/8. First we will multiply b times c. 3 times 3 is 9. Then we can multiply d times a. 8 times 1 is 8. Let's add 8 plus 9 is 17. And multiply b times d for our denominator. 3 times 8 is 24. 1/3 plus 3/8 can be rewritten. 17 24ths is our answer. This cannot reduce. This cannot reduce as 17 is a prime number. If we can reduce, let's reduce. Let's continue to number 3. 4/7 plus 2/7. Here our denominators are the same. We simply can add across. 4 plus 2 is 6. And keep the original denominator of 7. 4/7 plus 2/7 is 6/7. And let's try a subtraction problem, 3/4 minus 2/3. Here we follow the same steps. Step 1 is to multiply b times c. b times c, 4 times 2 is 8. Now let's multiply d times a. 3 times 3 is 9. Here we are subtracting, not adding this time. Let's subtract 9 minus 8. 9 minus 8 is 1. Now we can multiply our denominators, b times d. 4 times 3 is 12. 3/4 minus 2/3 is 1/12. And this is how we can use the bow tie method. You may have heard it as the butterfly method as well, to add or subtract fractions with unlike denominators. I'll add some practice problems to the classroom discussion board, and we'll see you next time. Take care.